Luke chapter 11. And Jesus is talking about prayer, and he's trying to explain it to him. And he said, which one of you who has a friend will come to him at midnight and say to him, "Friend, lend me 3 loaves. For a friend of mine has arrived on a long journey, and I have nothing to set before him." And will answer you from within, "Don't bother me. My door is now shut. My children are with me in bed. I cannot get up and give you anything." And you may ask, well, why are the kids in bed with him? They lived in one-room houses. And if you've ever tried to put a child to sleep, and they're on their third cup of water and the fourth time going to the bathroom, and you're trying to get them to go to sleep and trying to get them to go to sleep, and they won't go to sleep, and then finally they go to sleep, and then somebody comes knocking at the door, you're going to be saying, "Leave me alone. I can't help you. My kids are asleep. Don't wake them up." And so that's where this guy's at. And he says, "Don't bother me. The door's shut. My children are in bed. I cannot get up and give you anything. I tell you, though he will not get up and give him anything because he is his friend, yet because of his impudence, he will rise and give him whatever he needs." And impudence, it's not a word that we actually use a whole lot today. As I looked it up on the internet, it said impudence was used a lot in 1870. They really used that word a lot. And then in 2019, it's down here. We don't use the word very much, so we don't understand what the word means. So I looked it up. And so it's audacity. It is brashness, boldness, gall. Can you imagine the gall of this person by doing this? And it even goes to lippy. Well, that person was lippy. Jesus is telling me to be lippy. I'm supposed to ask again and again and again and again. The Jewish word for it is chutzpah. Boy, that kid's got some chutzpah. He keeps asking. And you know kids like this. They keep going, "Mom, mom, 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 mom," until mom finally goes, "What?" And they get mom's attention. Jesus is telling the story, you know what? This is how the Father wants you to be. Keep asking. Because the next section is, "And I tell you, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you." And so the word "ask" in there is in a tense that means you're not just asking once, you're asking and asking and asking and asking and asking. So God is telling us, ask it again and again and again. I want to know you really want this thing, that you really care. Because sometimes we say prayers, and at the end of it, we're going, well, what did we pray? I don't remember. And so I was trying to explain this, that God has these things for us. He wants to give us something, but he also wants us to ask for it. And it reminded me of when I was a kid, and I'd go to my grandma's house, and grandma had a candy drawer. And if you know me and the size of me, I liked the candy drawer. And all you had to do was ask grandma. You have to ask before you get in the candy drawer. And so I was not always a nice little kid. And my parents said, when we get in there, do not ask for candy. Whatever you do, don't ask for candy. So, of course, I ran in the house as fast as I could. And I said, "Grandma, Grandma, can I have candy?" Because I wanted that candy. And she said, "Of course you can. All you have to do is ask." And she went and got it for me, or opened the drawer for me. And so then my dad looks at me like, "You're in trouble, boy. You know, have you ever gotten that look? You're in deep." And so we spent our time there, and then it was time to go home. And when we got home, I ran from the car into the house, and I hid, because I knew I was in trouble. So I was hiding underneath a desk. And while I was waiting there, I had the stapler with me, and I'm holding the stapler, and I'm just kind of playing with it, a little ADD, you know. And I had it, and then, boom! My parents knew where I was, and then I had a staple most of the way through my finger. And you know what? I was impudent. I asked and asked and asked for what I wanted. My grandma had prepared it for me. She wanted to give it to me. She had the place for it. All I had to do was ask. That's the way our Father in heaven is. He has these things for us, and He just wants us to ask. I have it for you. Just come and ask for it. And that's what He tells us to do. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. Everyone who asks receives. Get that? Everyone who asks receives.